What is going on, guys? Dork Gaming here, and welcome to a comparison video where I'll be comparing the damage that you can acquire from Augur Pact, a dual stat mod, pretty much because I don't have space, we'll get to that, and Hollow Point, to prove to you that Hollow Point is a mod that is never actually worth using. So let's first of all explain why my build looks all weird like this. I've specifically made this build to be able to reach 100% crit chance with Prime Pistol Gambit and Creeping Bullseye on a Euphonum. And I added in Prime Target Cracker and Hornet Strike for just damage in general. And then I added Gunslinger and Anemic Agility so I can shoot as fast as I want, even though I'm not going to be shooting as fast as I'm allowed to with these two mods. But if you really want a 100% crit chance Euphona build with damage, you'd probably want to add Lethal Torrent and Barrel Diffusion instead of these two here. And instead of Jolt, without ranks, you'd probably want to add a primed heated charge, and after that it depends. I'd say either Augur Pact or another elemental mod, preferably probably another 90 elemental mod. The tests that I had so far showed Augur Pact losing to 60% elemental mods 2 out of 3 cases, but then again I only had 3 damage types, so I don't know, that will probably require more testing to showcase whether or not Augur Pact is in a similar scenario as Hollow Point is, which it probably is, to be honest, but that's not what we're here to see. So this part of the build is always going to be the same. The only thing that will be changing is the last mod. Right now we'll start off with Augur Pact, then we will go to Pistol Pestilence for the 60 dual stat mod test, and then we will finish it off with Hollow Point. Now, this video is not going to be edited because I don't have a lot of time to edit it, unfortunately, but I will tell you the numbers in the end of the video in case that you don't manage to remember them. So, we will be doing a level 150 test against a Corpus Tech, a Heavy Gunner, and an Ancient Healer to compare the damage that we get on these 3 enemies, just to prove that it's not just on a single enemy faction or an enemy unit that this effect occurs, it's on every single one of them. Why 150? Why not, is my answer. So, let's go ahead. The damage on a Heavy Gunner with Augur Pact is 511. On an Ancient Healer, it's 29,108. Worthy to note, on a Corpus Tech, I will only be taking in consideration the health damage and not the shield damage because he has more health than shield, so most of the time the damage that you want to be looking at for a Corpus Tech is on the health. But yeah, that's just to make it easier on me with the numbers. And on the Corpus Tech, we've got 11,828 damage. So that's our damage numbers with Augur Pact. And again, in case that you don't remember them because they're kind of big numbers and I won't have them on the screen, I'll tell them again to you in the end of the video, and if you want, you can note them down. Let's go ahead and kill those 3 and we'll spawn in fresh ones when we go back. So now we will move on to the dual stat mod, and we will be using Pistol Pestilence for this one, which will combine with Jolt to give us corrosive damage. Again, you won't be using these specific mods. If you want a proper build, you'd probably want to use 90% elemental mods, especially in the case of Euphona, where the status chance is non-existent. Now, because we are using corrosive, the numbers will vary between the elements that you'll be using, because Heavy Gunners and Ancient Healers are weak to corrosive damage. So the numbers you'll see here will probably not be the same to the numbers that you'll get if you have a different element on. On a heavy gunner, the damage we get is 2,261. On an ancient healer, the damage we get is 46,020. And we can also 3-shot the ancient healer. And on a Corpus Tech, the damage we get is 15,330. So that's our dual stat numbers on a corrosive setup. Killing off those two, and now the final test, which is hollow point. Worthy to note, by the way, by the time you get access to hollow point, I believe that you will have access to at least 2 dual stat mods and Augur Pact, considering that Augur Pact is a mod that drops from PoE and it's a bronze rarity, so it's a common mod, and hollow point drops from Orokin Derelict's vaults, and you don't have a guaranteed chance to get it. You might get one of the other 14 mods. I'm not sure if it's 14 or not. But yeah, regardless, by the time you get hollow point, you should have all of the other mods. And it kind of further proves this point, which is that hollow point's not actually a good mod to use, because by the time you get it, you've got better mods anyway. So on a heavy gunner, our damage is 487. On an ancient healer, it's 27,783. And on a Corpus Tech, it's 11,289. So, I'll be back here, and I will tell you the numbers again, because I've noted them down. I've done this test like a lot of times, and I've known this fact for quite some time, it's just that I never really pointed it out in a video. And since I don't know whether or not it has been pointed out before, I decided to actually make a video on it saying, hey, never use this. So I'll repeat the numbers once again. If you want to note them down, you can, but if you think you can remember them off the top of your head, feel free. On Augur Pact, our damage was 511 for the heavy gunner, 29,108 on the ancient healer, and 11,828 on the Corpus Tech. Quick note again, on the Corpus Tech, our damage is on the health and not on the shields. With a dual stat mod that combines to give us corrosive damage, our damage on the heavy gunner was 2,261, 46,020 damage for an ancient healer, and 15,330 on the Corpus Tech. And then finally, hollow points numbers. On a heavy gunner, 487. On an ancient healer, 27,783. And on a Corpus Tech, 11,289. So the final verdict here is hollow point's just a useless mod. By the time that you acquire hollow point, you will have the other mods that were used in this video, and not mentioning 90% elemental mods, which will deal even more damage than the one we got here with 60% elemental mods. And it's not because hollow point reduces your damage output. As a matter of fact, with 100% crit chance, so you can guarantee crits, therefore guaranteeing hollow points crit damage bonus to be like always there, hollow point will actually increase your damage output by a roughly 33% based on calculations I made, but I may be wrong there. So in that perspective, it is actually worth using a hollow point. However, due to the fact that you will have other selections of mods that you could use instead, and comparing the damage output you get when using Hollow Point and those mods, in this case elementals and an Augur Pact, the other selections, all other selections besides Hollow Point, will give you more damage. So therefore, there is no reason to use a Hollow Point. It's just a trap mod. It's there because it does increase your damage, but in the long term, all other mods essentially give you more damage than a Hollow Point does. So that's the video. I will ask you to forgive me that it will be unedited and very unprofessional of me, but I am in a bit of a hurry, so I can't unfortunately sit down and edit this video. Quick PSA, I'm working on the Golden Droid video. It's like nearly there. I just no time to edit, unfortunately, and I don't want it to be half-assed as this one is, so that's why I'm making this video instead, and I'll upload this probably next week. I'll have the Golden Droid, but yeah, I beg your pardon, just no time. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you did enjoy it, please do leave it a like. If you didn't though, please do leave it a dislike, I'll understand. And if you enjoyed it that much that you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing. It's the best way for you to keep up with the videos that I'll be uploading. Thanks for watching, guys. Never use a Hollow Point. And I will see you in the next video.